Sometimes people be wondering just how much wood you can get out of a log. Once you cut one or two, you'll memorize it. It won't be, I mean, you can just walk up there and you'll be darn close. All the horizontal boards here on this wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 inches. There's 7 of them, 22 foot long, 15 inches wide. Those all came out of one log. I figure, and this is just a rough, kind of just between friends types figuring, I always figure 500 feet, board feet, on a 24-inch log that's 20 feet long. Now you can go and look it up and do the calculations, but that's just an easy thing for me to remember. 500, 24, and 20 foot. I'm not trying to calculate it down to the inch and charge somebody. That's just how much I like to kind of know what I'm gonna get out of it. So, and what you'll end up with is more than those boards there, because that's just from the center of the log, the kind of the, you'll see in a minute, that's just kind of from the center. That's not going all the way out. You always have some smaller boards on the perimeter, and those aren't in that wall. So you can do one wall with one log on this size building. Every 2x8, every single one of them, I don't know how many there is, but there's a lot. It's 24, 22 foot long or something like that. Every 2x8 came out of one log. Every single one of them. They're 12 foot wide. The back wall, well, before I get there, every 2x6, every 16 foot 2x6, the long ones, every one of those came out of one log, every single one of them. The floor, I think those boards are 16 inches, and you shouldn't let your boards get wet like I have. I'm slow getting the roof on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 10 of them. Those all came out of one log. That was a pretty good sized log, but it was one log. And again, there's more boards left over. You got the perimeter. You'll have a few extra smaller boards on the sides. The back, that was just a short, chunky log. Every one of those are even like 17 inches. Every one of those came out of one, but they're 12 foot long, I think 12 and a half foot long. They all came out of one log, and there's a pretty good bit left in that. Now, and these here, this was, I guess, I'm not sure which one. On the low end of the tree, you'll get a lot of clear wood. Medium of the tree, around here, my trees around here might be 50 feet, 40 to 50 feet before the first limb. So I'll have a lot of clear wood. But that doesn't mean that top is bad. You can see that there. That's the top of one of these trees here. Not sure which one it is, but you can see how many knots are in it. Those boards are still good. They're good enough for me to build buildings with, for sure. But you want to go a little slower on those. Those knots are going to slow you down, and be a little bit more work involved. But still, I'll cut as far up as I can to where the tree is too small. And that right, those boards there are only like 12 inches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. And there you may or may not have had any boards spare on the sides, because there's a point of diminishing returns on that. A lot of them I'll end up with, they won't be as good as some of the others, but so I'll cut them. I'll either just double them up someplace or cut them and and use them for shorter. Every one of those boards, that's another log. I don't know how many of them there is, but there's a bunch of them. I don't even know why I have them standing up there. 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 9. They look about maybe 13 inches, something like that. That's all one log. And I'll cut a 20-foot log, board, start to finish, on the sawmill. It's still round, bark on it, still round. And it's going to take me about an hour to this. So in other words, to do this whole floor here would take me about an hour. I figure 1 hour for a log that's, say, 22 to 24 foot long, 20 inches wide. I figure it takes me an hour to cut it. I don't go fast. I take my time.